The human experience is complex and diverse. Each individual perceives the world through a unique lens, shaped by their personal history, relationships, and values. Traditional schools of psychology, like behaviorism and psychoanalysis, often focused on universal laws of behavior or unconscious drives. However, these approaches sometimes overlooked the richness and significance of subjective experience. To truly understand the human condition, we must explore the individual's inner world, their thoughts, feelings, and aspirations. The emergence of humanistic and existential psychology in the mid-20th century marked a significant shift in the field. These schools of thought emphasized the importance of subjective experience, personal meaning, and the search for self-actualization. They challenged the deterministic views of earlier approaches, asserting that humans have free will and are active agents in creating their own lives. This video will delve into the core principles, key figures, and lasting contributions of humanistic and existential psychology. Humanistic psychology emerged as a reaction against the deterministic and reductionist perspectives that dominated psychology in the early 20th century. It offered a more optimistic and holistic view of human nature, emphasizing our innate drive for growth, self-discovery, and meaning-making. Humanistic psychologists believe that humans are inherently good and possess vast potential for creativity, love, and self-actualization. This school of thought rejects the idea that we are solely products of our environment or unconscious drives. Instead, it emphasizes the importance of free will, conscious choice, and personal responsibility in shaping our lives. Humanistic psychology focuses on the individual's subjective experience, their unique perceptions, values, and goals. It seeks to understand the whole person rather than reducing them to a collection of behaviors or unconscious conflicts. Several core principles underpin humanistic psychology. These include an emphasis on subjective experience. Understanding the individual's unique perspective and inner world is paramount. Self-actualization. Humans have an innate drive to fulfill their potential and live meaningful lives. Free will. Individuals have the capacity to make choices and are not solely determined by their past or environment. Holism. The whole person is greater than the sum of their parts, and all aspects of the individual are interconnected. Key figures in the development of humanistic psychology include Abraham Maslow, known for his hierarchy of needs, which outlines the stages of human motivation, culminating in self-actualization, and Carl Rogers, who developed person-centered therapy, which emphasizes empathy, unconditional positive regard, and genuineness in the therapeutic relationship. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a widely recognized model that depicts the stages of human motivation. The pyramid-shaped hierarchy starts with basic physiological needs, such as food and shelter, and progresses through safety, belonging, esteem, and finally, self-actualization. Maslow argued that individuals must fulfill lower-level needs before they can strive for higher-level ones. Carl Rogers' person-centered therapy revolutionized the field of psychotherapy. Rogers believed that the therapeutic relationship itself is the primary catalyst for growth and healing. He emphasized the importance of the therapist embodying empathy, unconditional positive regard for the client, and genuineness in their interactions. This approach empowers clients to explore their own experiences and find their own solutions. Critiques of the humanistic approach. While humanistic psychology offers valuable insights, it has also faced criticism. Some argue that its emphasis on subjective experience makes it difficult to study empirically. Others criticize its focus on individual fulfillment, suggesting that it neglects social and cultural factors that influence behavior. Additionally, the concept of self-actualization has been criticized for being vague and culturally biased. Despite these critiques, humanistic psychology has had a profound impact on psychotherapy, education, and organizational development. Its emphasis on empathy, personal growth, and the importance of meaning-making continues to resonate with many individuals seeking a more holistic and optimistic view of human nature. Existential psychology embracing freedom and responsibility. Existential psychology shares some common ground with humanism, but also offers a distinct perspective. Rooted in the philosophy of existentialism, this approach emphasizes the human condition of existence, freedom, and the search for meaning in a seemingly meaningless world. Existentialists believe that we are thrown into existence without inherent purpose, and it is up to us to create meaning in our lives. This school of thought acknowledges the anxieties and challenges that come with freedom and responsibility. We are constantly faced with choices, and each choice shapes our destiny. Existential psychology encourages individuals to confront these anxieties head-on and embrace the freedom to create a meaningful life. It emphasizes authenticity, personal responsibility, and living in the present moment. Several core principles define existential psychology: freedom and responsibility. We are free to make choices, but with freedom comes the responsibility for our actions and their consequences. Meaning-making. Life has no inherent meaning. It is up to us to create our own purpose and values. Authenticity. Living in accordance with our true selves rather than conforming to societal expectations. Existential anxiety. The inevitable anxiety that arises from confronting our freedom, finitude, and the lack of inherent meaning in life. Key figures in existential psychology include Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor who developed logotherapy, a form of therapy that emphasizes finding meaning in suffering. Laing, a psychiatrist who challenged traditional views of mental illness, arguing that some forms of psychosis could be understood as meaningful responses to existential dilemmas. Viktor Frankl's logotherapy emerged from his experiences in Nazi concentration camps. He observed that even in the most horrific circumstances, those who could find meaning in their suffering were more likely to survive. Logotherapy helps individuals discover and connect with their own unique meaning in life, even in the face of adversity. Laing was a controversial figure who challenged the medical model of mental illness. He argued that some forms of psychosis, rather than being purely biological dysfunctions, could be understood as understandable responses to the pressures and absurdities of modern life. Laing's work sparked debate about the nature of mental illness and the role of society in shaping our experiences. While humanistic and existential psychology share some common ground, they also have distinct differences. Both emphasize subjective experience, personal meaning, and the importance of individual growth. However, humanistic psychology tends to be more optimistic, focusing on our innate potential for self-actualization. Existential psychology, while acknowledging the challenges of existence, encourages individuals to embrace their freedom and create meaning in a seemingly meaningless world. It emphasizes personal responsibility, authenticity, and the inevitability of anxiety in the face of life's uncertainties. Humanistic and existential psychology have had a lasting impact on contemporary psychology and psychotherapy. They have influenced the development of numerous therapeutic approaches, including person-centered therapy, gestalt therapy, and existential therapy. These approaches emphasize the therapeutic relationship, personal growth, and the search for meaning. Beyond the realm of therapy, these schools of thought have influenced education, organizational development, and our understanding of human motivation and well-being. Their emphasis on empathy, personal growth, and the importance of meaning-making continues to resonate with individuals seeking a more holistic and fulfilling life. If you found this video insightful and want to keep exploring the fascinating world of psychology, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. To ensure you never miss out on our latest deep dives into the mind, tap the bell icon to get notified instantly. Let's continue unraveling the mysteries of the brain and mental well-being. And hey, if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.